Marty here, and on today's video, I'm finally going to show you guys how to make these hoodies. Now, they're not exactly the same hoodies that I made before, and I'm really sorry that it's taken so long to actually get to this point where I'm recording a DIY on them, but I forgot how I made the hoodies before, and I tried several times to recreate the exact hoodies, but they weren't working, and I was only really able to make them out of felt for a while there. And then they were specific to the pet that I was making them for. So if I made it for a Great Dane, only a Great Dane could wear it. If I made it for a short hair, only a short hair could wear it, so on and so forth. These fit all the main 5 with one exception, and that's the Cocker Spaniel, which I'll show you later. I'll just explain it at the end of the video, because right now we're going to get right into the craft. Okay, the first thing I did was make a template, and my template ended up being 2.5 inches long and 2 inches wide to fit most pets. This is the template for the jacket, and it's 1 inch by 1 inch square. And then you slice the corner of it, which you'll see why in a minute, and I cut in the armhole. Then I fold my fabric for the hoodie and make sure that the top of the hoodie is where the fold is. You could do this on 2 separate pieces of fabric, just sew the whole top, but it was just easier to do the hem this way, so this is how I did it. Sorry for the cars in the background. I'm outside recording my voiceover because it is super noisy in my house, and I waited till the last minute to do this. Then you cut out your fabric from, this is freight check that I found, and I love it so much. It prevents fraying. It was like $6 at Michael's, but you could also use tacky glue, school glue, anything that dries clear will work. And you just need a very, very light droplet to go across the whole thing. Then you're going to fold your material for your jacket part, and make sure that the fold is up at the top again. After you cut it out, make sure you cut your diagonal spot. That's where the neck is going to be. I used a craft knife to make the armholes, but you could also use scissors. And then of course I went through and I fray checked the sleeves. This part is important because you don't want it to fray there, most importantly. But also I didn't want to sew a hem there. You could also use fabric glue and just put a bead of fabric glue and fold it back on itself to make a hem. This whole project you could probably do with glue. I don't know about the attaching the hoodie part, but you could probably try it. So then the next thing you're going to do is fold the hem on the hood and pin it down. You don't have to pin it, but it just works better for me to pin it so I can make sure that I have a straight line, just in case any of the seams are visible. I want it to be as straight as I can. Once you've got the pins in, take your thread. I'm using blue thread to match my material. You don't have to match your material, but it's just, again, it looks better if it matches as best as you can. Locking my stitch there. If you guys want to see a more this is how I sew kind of video, let me know in the comments below, and I will do a actual sewing tutorial. You can't see, but I just used air quotes there. I don't know why. I overuse air quotes all the time. But yeah, I can do a actual sewing tutorial if you'd like to see me show you how I lock my stitches and do the different stitches and stuff. This is just a straight in and out stitch that I did all the way through. And while we're doing this mindless sewing business here, let's have a little blabber, shall we? Sorry there was no video on Tuesday. That was my bad. I was going to post for Cozy because she had her cousin out, but I got busy with work and didn't do it. This was supposed to be Tuesday's video. So, we're going to be opening our shop on August 1st. So, after August 1st, there'll be a link in the description of all of our videos that will have our Etsy shop, where you can purchase these hoodies that I'm making here, and we'll also have necklaces, and we'll have bows, and I think we'll have some skirts and some bags. I'm not sure what all we're gonna have, but also if you guys want me to make miniatures like foods and stuff, let me know, because I can make like miniature foods like ice cream and tacos and pizza and all sorts of different foods. So let me know down in the comments below if you want to see tutorials on those, and also if you want to see if you want them in our Etsy shop. Here I'm locking the stitch at the end. I was having some trouble doing that on this one. And then I used fray check on the knots just to give extra sure that it's not going to like come undone. But you can use tacky glue there too. So then I pin my hood in half here, and I start past the fold, so I'm sewing on where it's folded too, and then I just do a simple in and out stitch where you just go simply in and out and go all the way down. And then I think it's called a loop stitch. I don't know the names of all the stitches, I just know, what I was taught they were called. And I think this is called a loop stitch that I do next, where you go over it and so keep going from the same side. Again, I can do a tutorial on all these stitches if you want. I could like find the actual names of them if that's important. But yeah, so I just continue to go all the way up, and I don't know why I'm blabbering through all this. So once you get done at the end here, you lock your stitch again. I tied the two strings together to make extra sure it's not going to come undone. And then again, I fray checked it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a gather, which is where you just open it up, and this is at the bottom of the hoodie. You just open it up, and I'm using black thread here because I'm going to be sewing it onto the black fabric, and I wanted to make sure that if the seams are seen, that from the base of it, that it would look like the hoodie. So when I get done here, I don't lock my stitch. I just pull all the thread through so that it gathers, and then I take, and on the V part of the back of the hoodie, I make sure that it's evenly distributed there, if that makes sense, and I pin it down. And then I go through and lock my end stitch, and then just do a in and out stitch all the way down the back of the hoodie, making sure that I secure all the little ruffles, I guess they'd be. And make sure you put this good side to good side when you do this, because you want the seams to all be on the inside. So here I'm just doing my in and out stitch to get down to back to where I started, and then I'm going to tie the ends and use fray check on it. Sorry, there's a dog barking in my neighborhood. Again, I'm doing this outside because I literally waited to the last second. I've got like 20 minutes to get this done and get it uploaded and tell my dad how to upload it when it's ready to go before I have to leave for work. So yeah, I'm cutting it a little close on this one. So I'll do better next week. Next week we'll post on time, maybe. Like Suri said in her video, occasionally we post on time. So here I am tying the strings together, and then I'm going to use the fray check to secure them again. And again, you could use regular glue, and you don't have to do this, but on such a small thing, I like to make sure it's secure. And here I am trying on the hoodie on my pet shop that Cozy got me. Thank you for this collie, by the way. I love her so much. Alright, that's the end of this voiceover. So yeah, let's take a closer look at this hoodie, shall we? Now, I did both these hoodies with the same material, but this one had more red on it and this one had more blue on it. So I used red thread here and blue thread here, which you can't really see unless you like look at it at the right angle to see the actual thread. Sometimes you'll come into positions like here where the material is darker than the thread is, but it still looks really good. I don't really have that problem on this one. Well, right here, I guess. But yeah. So let me show you some other hoodies I've made to show you the variety. So you can see these are all made with the same hoodie pattern, and you can see that they fit different pets. This is Zach. This is actually not Zach because this is my version, my Zach. But you can see, and you can make them with different materials. Like this one was made with my niece's old sweatpants, and this was made with a t-shirt, and this is made with fabric that I bought specifically for this project. This is denim with a black hoodie. Now, the Cocker Spaniel, the only problem with the Cocker Spaniel is the hood does not fit over her head. I could have made a bigger hood, but the idea was to make one pattern that would fit the most pet shops, and that's this one. Of course, it won't fit pet shops with their paws, where their legs are together. They have to have separated front legs in order to do this. But yeah, so she can still wear it. She just can't put the hood up. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video on the DIY hoodie. Again, I'm sorry that it's taken so long to make this DIY, but I think it's worth the wait. Now for some updates and some information. August 1st, Cozy and I are going to be opening an Etsy store where you can purchase these hoodies. And also these necklaces like this one and the collars that I make. I'm really sorry for the dog in the background. Yeah, there's going to be necklaces and hoodies and collars and bows and a bunch of other stuff. It'll be opened on August 1st and it's going to be called LPSCrazy Shop. And it will be on Etsy. We also have merch available, and we're going to be coming out with some freshman merch. Links will be in the description below, and after August 1st, the Etsy link will be there. So yeah, also, I have a new Instagram of my very own, because Cozy wouldn't let me post LPS stuff on our Instagram. That's a joke, she totally would. But anyways, so I have my own Instagram called LPS Wolfie Paws 2020, link in the description as well as our Instagram link and our Facebook link and our blog link and blah 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 blah. All the links down below where they belong. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to stay weird because it adds color to the world. Nobody wants to live in a black and white world. Bye. Thanks for watching.